Hey Scorpio, it is July 21st. Thank you for joining the channel today. We're going to be using the Archetypes deck, Wild Unknown by Kim Krans. She's an amazing artist and designer. If you're not familiar, definitely check out online. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can check the description box below. My email's in there. Shoot me an email with some dates and times that you're available, and we'll get something scheduled. And also, if you have a chance, like, share, subscribe, put a comment in. Really love reading those just to support the channel and optimize me for search for other readers or other people who have interest in the tarot. But ultimately, let's just jump right in and see what your messages are for this week. First card is the River. Good start, like that. Thanatos. The Empty Room. The Crone. The Venom. The Pilgrim. And on the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, we've got the Mask. I keep getting this card for like every single reading this week. So clearly that's a theme from the divine. Scorpio, your reading's really interesting this week. The reason for that is because I think lately you've just been going with the flow of life, letting it carry you where it's meant to carry you, not fighting too much or pushing back in ways that are going to cause any type of harm, burden, conflict for you. Just kind of been taking everything in, digesting the earth energies around you, people energies, your state of being, career, everything. You're just kind of like taking it in 360 and like looking at your life and allowing and accepting in ways that maybe in the past have been challenging to do. And the reason for that is because I believe that you, at times, I think you're trying to change your perspective in a way that you're allowing more than you are fighting or pushing back on things that you cannot change. When you have done that, maybe it's possible that you've kind of felt empty or void, not fulfilled, caught up in a web of outcomes that you never intended to be sitting in, or could have been caused by other people in ways that you are felt powerless to fight back and kind of achieve what has been taken away from you. I don't know why I keep hearing like taken away, but it's left you feeling very empty and burdened and not fulfilled. Like it's kind of just like a void, right? Like I have no feeling, I have no care, no thoughts. I'm just am, which has not been great. It hasn't been a great state of mind to be in ultimately, but you're still coming out of it and going with the flow instead of pushing, right? It's just allowing versus like pushing. And in doing that, when I look at this card, the Crone, first of all, it's hard to hold a bird in your hand. You have to kind of have some level of mastery of the self and who you are, and not be afraid to embrace something that could be quite challenging to manage in the context of your hands, right? Like it'll usually start fluttering. The bird is very calm and peaceful in this card, but it's dark. And so maybe it was a challenge that you've overcome. You're able to harness that conflicting energy in a way that's going to be beneficial for you, but it's no longer a struggle. That's what's interesting, again, is the cards kind of indicating to me that maybe you thought it was going to be harder than it really is to manage this situation or person or thing, but you're at peace, it's at peace. There's no fighting, right, against like the bird's not flapping, going like crazy. You're just kind of like holding it, appreciating the difficulty or conflict or just challenge for what it is instead of blowing past it. It's kind of like a mastering conflict almost in a way that is more soothing and in tune with nature, going with the flow, and not so much fighting the battles that you cannot change, right? The outcome is what it is. There's not much you can do to kind of change that. That's what I'm picking up on, at least, Scorpio. And it's bringing you a sense of peace in your heart in a way that maybe it hasn't in the past. Maybe you're realizing that in overcoming this situation, it is actually making you more powerful than you thought yourself to be. And you know how to navigate it. Maybe in the past you felt like, I don't have any options, I don't have thoughts tied to how to overcome this or push back or get my power back. But now you don't really care. I don't think it's about that, Scorpio. It's about acceptance. It's just what I keep hearing, not going to resonate with everyone. And when you accept what has happened, I think a newfound realization also comes forth for you, Scorpio, where you can kind of see like the darkness that exists in people in ways that maybe you didn't in the past. So while you've navigated very challenging times, you're also realizing that not everyone is as pure as you are. You're a Scorpio, so you're innocent up to the point where someone takes advantage. And then if they try to harm you, that stinger comes out and like, you better get the hell out of the way. Because Scorpio sting is gonna sting you pretty bad, and you don't want to have to utilize that for anyone. But if you, I think in some situations, Scorpio, when you see an injustice, when you see something happen to somebody that stings you, in addition to somebody else, like somebody was harmed and you were a witness to it, or you knew somebody exuded power on another human being to excess and it really just stung you the wrong way, you go from this state to this state, and the other person sometimes can be taken aback with how scary you can be when you're rubbed the wrong way. And it's not necessarily a bad thing to be in, but the bottom line is you just don't ever cross a Scorpio. If you are a smart individual, just trust me when I tell you, you never want to cross them or be on their bad side, because when it stings really bad. And it doesn't even have to be like Scorpio coming back at you trying to do revenge or black magic on you or anything messed up or just like harmful, but sometimes their words can burn you so deep at the core in ways that are so accurate. That's the scary thing, I think, that hurts the most, is when they choose to speak, which they don't always step forth because they know that their own personal power exists. It's just like, are you going to be the person to rub them in the way that really just gets them good? Then it comes out, and what is said and done, it's like, shame on you, because you should have known better that this person is way more powerful than what it seems on the outside, and what they have to say is not going to be great for the receiver sometimes. Could also be you, potentially somebody said something or did something that stung you a little bit at the core. You're still kind of coming through that experience, but I think you're realizing that it holds no power against you. You create your own reality. You define what actually rattles you at the core at this point, what throws you off balance. This situation is nothing in comparison to like what you have achieved within yourself and externally. Even if you have nothing, right? You're still a master of your own domain, Scorpio, which is really cool. And you're going on to a new journey. You're starting anew, you're starting fresh, you're believing in opportunities and possibilities that the world is possible. Maybe again, if you lived in this confined space in the past where everything was void and empty and not colorful and gray, that recognizing your own personal power and evolution is the key to and releasing toxic people and things from the past or your current situation really just pushes you and catapults you into a new way of living your life, which is quite beautiful and abundant. The one thing that the spirit wants you to know, Scorpio, is that if you or somebody else has been wearing a mask, let this be validation for you that what you have seen is truth, what you've seen is real, and if you don't like it, you can say something. You don't have to hide behind this persona of just everyone accepts me a certain way, I have to be this way, because that's just not going to cause drama. Speak up. Hold your personal power. If it's not right or wrong, step into your power and say something. If this is you, Scorpio, it's time to come out all the way. Stop hiding and come out and just let yourself be who you are, because maybe in the past, again, it was rejected and you weren't accepted fully for who you are, but this is your time to come forth and play. Live your life with new possibilities, an open heart, open mind. Take that first step like the Fool, the tarot deck, Rider-Waite. Take that first step. Let the journey be open and free, and remove these barriers to success, and you're only going to create more abundance and beauty in your life than in the past, where again you felt just empty and gray. That's kind of all I have for you right now, Scorpio. What an amazing reading, right? It doesn't really get much better than that. So it looks like you're moving into a great place. Again, if you'd like a personal reading, you can check the description box below for my email. Shoot me a note. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. All right, take care, guys. Bye.